What is going on? Savage here. We've got a very important video for you guys today. It's my most requested video, and it's something I've been working on for a few weeks. This is going to cover in-game circles. Now, we've been covering full-length games and things like that, but most of you guys don't watch until the end, and honestly, the end game is the most important part. You guys can learn how to get better with your gunplay. You guys can learn to get better as far as pushing fights and what to buy and being faster and more efficient when looting and buying and things like that. That can come with time. When it comes to in-game circles and how to rotate a bad circle from a bad position, that really comes with map knowledge. But because of my experience with battle royales and my knowledge on rotating maps and how to use cover and how to rotate out of a bad position to a better position, in my opinion, this is probably going to be one of my most important videos I've ever put out on the channel. But before we dive into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the wolf pack today, leave a like on the video as well. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. And if you guys are tired of playing with randoms or playing by yourself, make sure you join our Discord community. The link to that will be in the description below. But again, this video is going to be covering in-game circles, and we're going to be covering multiple in-game situations in this one video. I'm going to try to do this as a series once a week. So if you guys love this video, please let me know in the comment section below. And if we get enough hype from it, enough love from it, I'll keep putting them out. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive into the video. All right, here we are spectating another game. And this is going to be a side core ending, basically between Corey and military. And it's going to be a good one. I love circles like this, especially when it comes to training purposes and teaching purposes, because you have low ground versus high ground. And as I always say, high ground is going to win every freaking time. Now let's pull up the big map and analyze the circle. We're on the smaller side of the circle, right? The circle will probably rotate to the north and favor the guys on the high ground. So at this point right here, pick and choose your battles. If you want to try to get the kills in the house, cool. But guess what? When you get those kills in this house, you're going to have to push across, and the guys on the high ground are going to be the ones gatekeeping you, and they're going to kill you. You're going to be an easy target. So in this position here, I would bail from this fight. I would not fight the guys in the house. One, because they're in windows. So if you down them, they're going to get rezzed anyway, right? So why waste your bullet? Why waste your plates trying to fight an unwinnable fight? It's squads. They have 3 or 4 people in there. So again, instead of just getting knock after knock after knock and wasting your plates, I would just bail from this fight and push across the hill right now. 2, y'all have a pretty good distance, a pretty good separation and range. So they would have to be really good with their gunplay in order to down you as you cross the open. Because yes, you will have to cross the open street in order to get safe. It's dangerous, but again, it's the better play, because one of 2 things got to happen right now. You either got to A, push across the open to get to the high ground, which is the preferred, right? Or B, push across the open to get to the house, which is not preferred, because the circle probably won't rotate back to the south, I would imagine. Again, process of elimination. 70% of the circle is on one side, 30% on the other. I'm going to take the 70% any day of the week. I like to play the odds. Let's see what happens. All right, again, right now we're wasting plates, we're wasting ammo, all for nothing. He's shooting at range with the P90 and just barely hitting the wall of the building. Don't use that gun for long range fight, guys. Use the right gun for the right fight. SMGs, close range. LMGs, ARs, snipers, long range. I know I say that a lot, guys, but look, I keep spectating games where people just do this shit. He's gonna do it again. No way. All right, now I want you guys to notice as well, there are cluster strikes being shot up on the hill. There are shots being shot on the hill. You hear suppression, you hear all that stuff. So something's going on up here. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but someone's fighting up here. So in this position, I again would move across, dude. You need to get safe. The circle's closing in 3 seconds. You've got to get safe across. Let's go ahead and move out of this bitch. All right, here we are. Looks like the team's actually going to be pushing across. One of the people on their squad at Nemo has marked that that's where he's going to go. Now, with the exception of the sniper, 3 of you guys should already be pushing it across with blue, right? Blue's already almost home free. Orange needs to be closer to him, and purple, our guy that we're spectating now, Mike, needs to be with them as well for multiple reasons. One, the sniper's only going to be able to provide cover for so long, right? Not to mention, once people start shooting at you guys, both teams are going to focus their vision on you guys. So you guys want to move together fast, together across the hill, and together up the hill. Don't be separated and go one by one, because if there is an enemy that's a decent shot, whether he's in the house or on the hill, he's going to be able to laser you guys one by one. If you run as a group of 3 or 4, he might break all your armor, he might get a down and maybe an execute, but the chance of him picking you guys off one by one is very slim to none. So again, move together, because power in numbers. Move together so that the sniper can provide cover, and move together so you don't just get caught up by yourself and get shot in the head. All right. Mike is finally moving out. Again, the sniper is just providing cover, doing what he's supposed to do. I absolutely love it. But purple needs to be in front of the sniper. Sniper should never be in the front. I think the sniper's doing a great job providing cover and things like that, but purple is lagging behind and taking a sweet ass time. Now remember, there was a cluster strike over here, and there's the enemy. He goes ahead and marks him. Thankfully, Mike does something useful. But you got to get to safety. You got to get to the ridge. Don't even look at the build. Don't even look at them. What are you looking out for? Get the cover, man. Go prone and get the res off. Finish them off. And there we go. Now we got the high ground advantage, right? Blue is on the right path. Blue's got it together. Y'all need to be on Blue's ass. The sniper's getting picks, but Blue needs some help with the guy on the high ground. Y'all need to start helping him with that. Again, high ground is key. And if you look at the circle's rotation, what happened? Circle rotated north because, again, play the odds, guys. Whatever side of the circle is favored normally will be the side it rotates to. Not all the time. There are times that we're wrong, but again, I'd rather be right 70% of the time than wrong 70% of the time. All right, as I was saying, high ground wins everything. So if these guys would have pushed that building and been aggressive, and they would have killed the team in the building, let's just assume all that happens, they would be the ones in this position. They would have to be in the house and have to leave the house with no cover. There's an open highway. These guys are dead. There's no way in hell, unless they're a hacker or they're basically one of the best players in the world, there's no way these guys are going to survive this this 4v2 onslaught that's about to happen. It's just a slaughter fest right now. This position, use your clusters if you want. Really not a reason to. Just wait for them to come out and just blitz them down and get accurate with your shots. Whatever you want to do. This is basically a win. This is basically a win. Now, you got to be careful in situations like this. It's a win, but you can still throw it, right? You can throw any win. I've seen it done. It's happened to me. You can throw any win, so play careful, right? The last thing you want to do is all four of you guys be exposed, because if the two guys in there have snipers, guess what? They get 2 knocks. Now you have 2 guys down, the other 2 going for reses, and these guys will have the opportunity to push you guys. So make sure, even if you think the win is there, make sure you stay on the high ground, you don't push down too early, and you don't leave yourself vulnerable to get knocked, because that 1 or 2 picks is crucial to completely flipping the momentum of the game. As a sniper, trust me, I know that. I don't know what he's doing right now. What are you doing, bro? What do you shoot your gun? What are you doing, bro? No, what are you doing, dude? I don't know what he's doing, chat. Oh, he called it on himself. Correct. Correct. All right, talking about circle position, though, that was a really good one. I love that one right there. It just proves the high ground versus low ground, and everything kind of happened organically the way I thought it was going to happen. That worked out beautifully. All right, now we're spectating a duos end game, and we're spectating our boy Sir Strikes. Now, a lot of you guys may remember this video. We've posted this one and a few other ones on the channel before, but I want to reiterate this ending because this ending was so crucial, and this is a perfect example of what we're just talking about, throwing a game, right? So let's focus up on this one and talk about the entirety of the end circle here. All right, so we've got a fight going on. We got one enemy we spotted. He's running around the corner. We get the knock, and then his teammate is somewhere close, so be ready for that. Switch to your close range weapon and get the kill, right? Because they both have the same clan tags, I know that homeboy around the corner has a self-res, right? So I can go ahead and count out the fact that there may be another teammate over there. It's duos. They both have the same clan tag. 1-2 combo. Boom. And he goes ahead and gets the execute. Beautiful. Now, all right, now we're in a 2v6 situation, and we got to get safe. They're getting shot from the building right here on the high ground, so they need to use these trees as cover. Now, while one of them's plating, the other one should be suppressing fire. This goes back to my tips and tricks video, guys. Suppress fire for your teammates to get safe. Homeboy Psycho Dan could have sat there and shot at the enemy while Sir Strikes got safe. But unfortunately, because they didn't, because they were just both focused on running, it made it real easy for the enemy to break Psycho's plates and down our dude Sir Strikes. But again, don't forget that strategy, because they could utilize it throughout the entire game. You always want to provide cover when you're in a messed up position. All right, now we're in a position where we're exchanging plates. I love to see it. But remember, there's going to be 2 guys still in the building to the right where the loadout drop is, right? They've got to get safe, and the next safe spot is this house back here. So what they need to do is one of these guys provides cover, shoots at the enemy, forcing the enemy to unpeak, right? Forcing him to get back in the building, while the other guy pushes over to the trailer to get safe. Now, you just want to push to the trailer. You don't want to push into circle yet, because you run the risk of getting gate kept, right? So you want to push to the trailer first, kill the enemies that are in this building, because the circle is going to force them out before it forces the trailer out. Then once you kill them, then you can rotate to the building and get safe. But judging by the fact that they just kind of sprinted across and didn't provide cover, I don't think we're going to see too much suppressive fire happen with the squad. But again, that's the only way to push across effectively without going down. Oh God, you're hard peeking out there. Now I want you guys to notice when he's scanning, I understand you want to look to the edge of the circle, but there's no reason to, because you're making yourself vulnerable from the window in front of you, of course, the third story doorway to the left of you, the ladder to the left of you. You're making your entire left side completely visible. So he's probably going to get shot by the guys who've been shooting him the whole time, right? In this position, drone is not the play. Drone's not the play. I don't care what anyone says. This is not a time for the drone. You have 5 seconds till the circle pushes in. One teammate needs to provide cover while the other one's shooting. If he would have been providing cover the entire time, he probably would have got the knock, and Psycho Dan would have plates. But now Psycho Dan has no plates. Surge Strikes has half his plates, and instead of them playing the trailer, they're gonna play this hill or this rock or this tree or whatever this is, because they wanted to get safe first, right? Don't worry about getting safe in this position. Worry about getting hard cover on the trailer. Make these guys leave their cover first, kill them, and then worry about the trailer. Because even if he wouldn't have gone down, even if they were in this position and they were able to kill this squad, you still have 4 other enemies somewhere over here, and there's not much cover. So you gotta be very careful of what positions you put yourself into, because you could get shot in the back. All right, so you need to allow your teammate to crawl all the way behind the right. Oh, weird! They got shot from the left. Who would have thought? Oh, you hate to see it, man. Hate to see it. Again, guys, just because a circle's coming in, just because you know where the next circle is, doesn't mean you have to get there immediately. It's all situational based, but use your judgment, use your cover, stay near hard cover, and don't put yourself in a position to put your back to the rest of the map, which is exactly what this squad just did. All right, so here we are spectating another duo squad, and of course, the team that just gave the team we were spectating so much trouble is now working their way to the house. I believe one of them is already at the house, and here's the last guy caught out in the open. And that's basically self-explanatory, but good job on Hardcore Greg. I'm getting the kill. All right, now we're in a position to where this hill to his right is safe, right? This team needs to be focused not only on the house, which is marked by blue ping, right? But they need to be focused on this. The last thing they want to do is be tunnel vision on the house and have a team push up from behind and kill them, right? There's still 2 teams left, but there's only 2 enemies, so it's a 2v1v1. I already know how this game goes because we've already posted this one on my channel. This is a perfect example on a throw. You don't want to throw this game by doing stupid shit. This is exactly what happens. Now, the fact that they're both sticking together, no bueno, right? It's 2v1v1. One of you guys needs to be watching that house. One of those guys should have stayed there, made sure the enemy didn't leave the house, because if the enemy does leave the house for whatever reason, he pushes up behind you guys, y'all didn't know because y'all didn't see him, and he could get a double kill. So you definitely want to leave one person, keep an eye on the house, make sure he can't leave, and when he does leave, go ahead and get the kill. You have a gas mask, you can afford to take some gas damage. So just sit there, wait for him to leave, kill him, and then run safely around the hill. In fact, by the time the gas forces him out, you'll be safe. You'll be able to rotate, and then let your other teammate come over here and find the last guy. I do like the fact you'll want to stick together. Teamwork is the dream work, but in this situation, you don't want to give the enemy that's in the known position time to rotate out and move to where you guys then have no idea where he is, right? Now, you want to hold this building, but you don't want to put yourself in a vulnerable position. Again, why he laid prone is beyond me. Proning in old Call of Duties used to help make your guns more accurate. It still does, but guess what? Guns are so accurate in Call of Duties nowadays, you don't need to go prone. There's no reason for him to go prone. He got himself killed going prone. So now it went from a 2v1v1. The momentum has shifted drastically. Now it's a 1v1v1. And now that it's you and homeboy at the house has gotten a fight, the third random that we have no idea where he is, he's running frantically around, probably to rotate on this fight. And Childish Brandino is just spraying and praying. No surprise on the loss of the fight right there. All right. Another thing, too. He needs to play it up. He needs to get safe. I get that. But he just turned his entire back to the enemy, giving the enemy time to push up from behind, right? Not to mention, he's leaving hard cover. He's separating himself from the rock, from the hill, which is hard cover on the right side, right? This hill right here behind me, you need to keep your body to that while you're plating. If you put yourself in the open like he is, he can get shot from behind, and this other enemy that's somewhere over here is going to shoot him as well. So keep yourself in your cover and play it up. Don't just run around like this and get shot. There's a guy to his left. He just saw him, didn't even notice it, and GG. All right. Origin won't save you from that one, buddy. Now we're in a 1v1. The dude who just got the kill, the guy we're about to spectate, already knows where the last guy is because he heard the whole fight take place. All right, so the guy in the house could have rotated through the ravine. I doubt it, though. If the guy would have left the house and gotten in the ravine, he's a sitting duck. There's no way he can get back up without dying. So in my head, process elimination, he's not on this side of the map. He's on the other side of the rock where we got in the fight at, where the house is at, right? So you need to be watching the other side of the rock because he can't just teleport up here. You can heartbeat all day all you want. Oh, weird. Look where he's at. Don't worry about plate boxes. Don't worry about nothing. You got enough ammo. You got an MP7. You're good to go. Focus on the fight. Stop looting. Or you go back to looting. That's fine too. That's fine too. All right, we got a precision airstrike. Hell yeah. I don't know why, but we got one. All right, he's going to call it on the enemy and just basically force him out. And there it is. All right, GG to Ninja Boy. All right, so here we are spectating Dunford, and he has a standard Uzi, and he's got a sniper rifle as well. He's on a good side of the map. Just based off where the circle is rotating at, he's got a really good area. Got a guy in heartbeat sensor. Guys, if you found the guy in heartbeat, there's no reason to keep whipping it out 1,000 times. You know he's in heartbeat. You know he's in there. Just fight the fight and win your fight. Here we are spectating Chew, who is rocking an actual loadout setup, thankfully. I don't know what the hell Dunford was thinking, but he definitely was thinking wrong. Now, Chew is in a great position. If you notice, he's going to the high ground. If you notice, he's got walls, he's got ridges, he's got hills as cover, he's got a lot of concealment. He's using the rocks and the hills to scan. There's an enemy on the hill to his left he didn't see. Right over here, actually, you'll see him moving just a little bit. Oh, he actually spotted him, and there he is. Boom. All right, if you're in the enemy's position right now, right, the enemy just got shot twice by an HDR, and still he's ADS and shooting at somebody. You get shot by a sniper rifle, you get shot in general. Stop what you're doing and try to get to safety, because right now you're caught out in the open. You've been hit twice by an HDR. Somehow aren't dead, because that was definitely a neck and body shot. But regardless of the fact, if you're in the enemy's position, you get shot by a sniper, you need to move and stop focusing on whatever you're fighting. I don't know how the guy survived 2 HDR shots to the neck. I don't get that at all, but whatever. But talking about positioning, guys, talking about this end game circle, again, this is the preferred side to be on. You got the majority of the circle. You've got a lot of cover. You've got a lot of concealment. You got a lot of ridges, a lot of trees, and you got this big ass fucking wall, dude. So you're in a really great spot. Just make sure you clear the east side of the map first. I'm not really sure why he's calling the airstrike. He's got a sniper rifle. He needs to trust his sniper rifle judgment. Using an MP7 at this range, there's no thought process to that at all. It's stupid. Don't do that, guys. Your SMG is not a long range weapon. That's not even medium range. That's long range, fam. That's way too far. You might piss off the enemy. That's about it. You might get lucky and get an airstrike kill, but I highly doubt it because he's so far away from it. But let's see how this unfolds. Again, in this position, he should have already long. Oh, he's running right back into it. No way. Okay, he didn't get the kill. All right, so now you're in a position where the enemy knows where you're at. It's a 1v3. There's 2 other enemies remaining, but it's not a bad fight because you have this entire wall protecting you. So you're in legitimately a one-on-one, and you're pretty much protected. I like the fact that you're at least scanning your area and keeping yourself calm and keeping yourself cool and making sure you're aware of everything going on. And then he just turns around and forgets about the fight. Okay. Regardless if this fight works out or not, he just ran from an easy kill. We know that guy didn't die because there's still 4 people alive, as there was when that fight took place. So now you've pissed off the guy behind the wall. You've now positioned yourself on the other side of the wall to possibly get shot by 2 other enemies. Whether this works out or not, again, this is not the play. You should have finished that kill, forced it into a 1v2 situation, and then just third-partied this fight that's happening in front of you to your 150. You've got to move, and you got to move now. I would go ahead and start working my way up to the rocks, just like you're doing now. The other enemy is going to come out of the wall, so be ready for that. Also, I would rather, let's see if he shows it again. I would rather these rocks right here as my cover so I can snipe these guys than this little bitty tree. And honestly, just because the rocks are bigger, right? You're going to be protected better, and then you can peek up and shoot and then peek back down and plate up or whatever you need to do. Because if you get shot at behind this tree, if one of those 2 guys ends up focusing on you and shooting at you, regardless of you being safe, you're out of bounds, right? And it's not that much cover. So you'll have to run to the rocks anyway to get safe. And as you're running across, if they're looking at you, they're probably going to kill you. And again, don't forget about the dude in front of you that you've just bailed on for whatever reason. I'm not a fan of this at all. I like getting to the rocks, yes, but I would get behind the rock behind this guy. Don't put yourself in between two rocks, especially the small rock, because now you're gonna have to go prone if you get shot at. And if you go prone behind this little tiny rock, guess what? Your feet are gonna be sticking out, your head's gonna be sticking out, and you're just gonna be in a screwed up position. You wanna get behind the bigger rocks. You're behind the smallest one right now. It's basically a pebble. And you still have Dick Farm Done over here to the southeast doing whatever it is he's doing. I really don't know what happened to this guy. Okay, he died. Wow. Interesting. Oh, you know what? He probably already rotated up. All right, so the enemy, I would assume, has already rotated over. If it is that guy, I, in my head, would assume that he's going to be somewhere over in this area. Because as he's rotating in, he's gonna want to get somewhere safe. And if he didn't grab these rocks, he's going to be over here. Especially since, well, the guy you just killed had killed somebody right next to him, which kind of counts out that part of the map. So again, process elimination is... So if you look at the map, you've cleared this entire side of the airfield, and those two guys just died over there. So in my eyes, he's got to be directly in front of us at this place right here. Just again, process elimination. Just start utilizing all those features and things. And there's the guy right there laying prone, and boom. There it is. GG. GG. All right, so here we are in a solos game with JR92, and he's rocking 15 kills, and he's in a quarry ending. Quarry endings, in my opinion, are some of my favorite endings as well. Whether the circle rotates towards the high ground or stays inside quarry, I really love these endings because it really just comes to building navigation, picking and choosing the right fights, and getting the best high ground and cover. And right now, I'm not sure exactly where everyone's at because we're just jumping into this, but there are 3 enemies left. You got to be very careful. I like the fact that he slowed down his gameplay and he's just kind of scanning, waiting for someone to shoot. Situations like this, guys, it's no shame just to sit there and wait for someone else to start fighting each other. That way you can start accounting for 2 players. If you can find out where 2 of them are, guess what? Now you're only missing 1 guy. You want to find out where people are at instead of just charging in every building unknowing to get killed by somebody sitting in the corner with an origin. Now, I'm not a fan of him climbing up the ladder, I'll tell you that. This is very dangerous. I'm very surprised no one shot at him. But I think everyone's kind of in the same mindset right now of hiding and waiting for the circle to dictate the winner. Fortunately for him, though, the circle has rotated to the area he's climbing to. He's going to get the high ground. Again, not a huge fan of this at all. If you get shot at, you really don't have much cover. So, for instance, if a guy was on the roof right here and he started shooting at you, you'd be an easy target. You'd be very vulnerable. Granted, everyone under you won't be able to see you, but if there's anyone on the outskirts, you're very vulnerable to their bullets. All right, there's the guy on the roof right there. I'm not a fan of the new LMG. It's just not that good in my opinion. But this guy seems to like it, and as guessed, it's not going to kill anybody. So now we know where 1 guy is. Now we're just looking for 2 players, right? And also, don't forget, guys, when you're in the middle of fighting, you're revealing your position as well. So you got to be very careful how you navigate the top of this, because again, if someone's on a rooftop or on a further area and they have an angle on you, you're going to be a very, very vulnerable person. All right, now let's talk about end game and rotations and when to rotate, right? This is what we're all here for. The circle is rotating against you, right? It's rotating the complete opposite. I would jump off of this. I would jump onto the next roof, and I would gatekeep anybody over here, which would be everyone, right? I would sit on the roof on the high ground and wait for anyone to come out and then shoot them in the back as the circle forces them out. You have a full gas mask. Not everybody sits in the gas with their gas mask on. They're too afraid to. So they're going to run out before their gas mask animation is even activated. At that point, you can gatekeep them. You might even be able to kill them before the circle even starts rotating, but regardless, I would definitely get on the roof next to you, jump on that roof, and start rotating off of that. All right, we now know where another guy is. That might be the same guy, it might be a different guy. Not sure yet. He's actually rotating, thankfully. He's now got the high ground now. Be careful. There could be a guy under you. I would think there's at least 1, maybe 2 guys in this building, maybe on the bottom story or in the second story or something like that. We don't know if the guy he just shot at was the exact same person. It might be, it might not be. It could be 2 different guys. But just go ahead and plan for the possibilities in your head. Again, I would stay on the rooftop and just wait for them to leave cover and then get the easy shots. But if you do jump down, make sure you swap to your secondary weapon and get ready to fight, because there's probably somebody under him. That gun really sucks, bro. All right, there's coughing under you. There's coughing on you, and there's a fight under you. Switch to your SMG and get the easy kill. All right, now we're in a 1v1 situation. And the circle is almost rotating and it's going to force you out of cover. So in this position, you have a cluster strike. We know that there's probably somebody around the train area. The reason why I know that is because you killed the guy at this building. I still think there's a second guy over there, which would mean he would rotate this way. Plus, no one else is next to you in this building fight. So to me, process elimination says he's going to be by the train. So what I would do is whip out the cluster strike and spam it on the trains, forcing him out of cover, maybe even getting the kill. Hey, let's go. And then he goes ahead and spams it. Slide cancel your way to cover. I like that. He knows he's over there. He's just waiting for him to peek so he can get the easy kill. There he is. And GG. Thank you for watching. I know this is kind of a different ending screen. We're in the process of moving, and I will be switching to a green screen setup. So this just kind of happened mid editing this video. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know in the comment section below what you enjoyed about the video, and you guys want me to keep putting out some in-game circles. Like I said, in my opinion, I think in-game situations is one of the most important things you can learn as a Battle Royale player in general, not just with Warzone, but in Battle Royales in general. Guys, y'all have a good one. Good luck out there. And until next time, good luck in Warzone. Thank you again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is kind of a different layout and I haven't completed it yet, but I hope you enjoyed the content regardless. If you did, make sure you check out one of my other tips and tricks videos. And as always, subscribe by hitting the button below. Y'all have a good one and keep on improving.